Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to X11, and welcome back to another premiere. Yes, premiere, not a live stream, which means once again flying in the real worlds, and taking flights finally with these guys, Ryanair UK, which is the UK division of the, GroundService airline, I guess, from here in London Stansted to Oslo Gardermoen. Two flights today, so this morning flying from London to Oslo, or then change onto an airBaltic flight, an Airbus A220, second flight one of those, from Oslo Gardermoen then to Tampere. So two flights, hopefully should be pretty good. This is by far the longest of the two legs. This is about a 2-hour flight time. The second is about 45 minutes or so, so not a particularly long one. But I am excited. Flying up to Finland again. It's been a couple of years since last one out there. Got a few friends I want to see as well. So get the aircraft set up, prepare ourselves for our flights, and once we're airborne, talking about the trip, I guess. But no, should be pretty good. 738 aircraft we're very familiar with, should be over a pretty good flight. Right, let's get things going, shall we? Departing at 7 in the morning, so this shall be the first flight of the day. We need to set everything up for the golden dark. Badges on, emergency lights armed. Ground on. Power on. IRS switches to nav. Showing the time for alignments. Going to activate the probe heat switches. The water heat switch when the engine started. Same for hydraulic pumps. Cruising altitude today, 35,000 feet, set that there. And AP bleed stays off, engine bleed stay on. PACX set to auto, so it has an air conditioning the aircraft while passengers are boarding. Isolation also to auto. Reciprocating pathway for auto, that's fine. Fuel pump's not yet until the aircraft's been fueled. And that is pretty much everything we need to get going with. Steady lights, yeah, that's set. Hang on, yeah, no, but that's fine, so that's steady. Engine lights off, local lights off, correct data outside, no need to have those. Yeah, that's complete. Right, we're going to start the aircraft boarding procedure. Do that with better pushback, not better pushback, sorry, SAM 3. So, Stansted to Oslo, currently at stand 36 left, should be arriving around stand 69. Cost next, definitely not 80 for Ryanair. Right, you can suggest that for us. Boarding time 0640, that's all stand, that's all fine. Right, let's go to pre-flight. That's our passenger weights, really? Okay, it seems quite high for passenger weight, but that's our passenger weight, that's our baggage, that's our... That's, well, that will be the flight plan. So, 8938, which is correct. Passenger count's quite heavy actually today, 183 passengers on board, so almost full flight. Yeah, no, that seems pretty accurate. So, leave it at that. Start loading. Same PACX, so menu, start flights, Stansted to Oslo Gardermoen, RK1392, Ryanair UK flight number, 35 cruise, 1 hour and 5 minutes to the clock. Departure is now currently 6:34, so 25 minutes. 10th straight, 183 passengers, no Wi-Fi, no entertainment. We have got Ryanair boarding music. Oh, I adore this tune. Yeah, the Ryanair safety briefing. Yes, snacks, no to meals, custard card not required, flight numbers not continue, and with that, passenger starts boarding. Hopefully the boarding music works. Sometimes it can be a bit hit and miss. It's biting. Hey, there we go. Love this tune, I really do. Right, Stansted 63 left, grab the GPS position, stick that into the RS position, that'll start to align. Stansted to Echo Golf November Mike. Our flight number today is Romeo Uniform Kilo 37 Uniform Kilo. Sorry, 37 Charlie Golf. There's Ruck. 37 Charlie Golf. And let's start planning in our waypoints flight plan. So in terms of Ryanair UK, well, RUK is our code, and then Blue Max is the call sign. So if you get 80 today, we're not Ryanair 37 Charlie Golf, we're Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf, which is quite a nice call sign actually. I'll give them that. It's very it is good. Right, so first weapon today shall be the Charlie November Clacton. From that, fly the Papa 44, which takes us to Somva. Directs to Mavas. I mean, sometimes when I'm on Discord with a couple of guys on IVAO, I always jam to these songs as well because it's just so good. On deck, it's going to be that one. That's November 873. Takes us to Insus. Directs to Ansev. Papa 602. To PACX. External. So the actual the baggage handler is now animated. So they've updated that on the Sam 3. Slowly getting there. I mean, we might see the passengers themselves animated, but step by step we are seeing a bit more life added to the add-on. I do quite like it. So position, that's going to fill the airplane up. Very, very good. Right, from PACX we fly Mike 609 up. That takes us to Ripham. Activate that, execute that, so that's our flight plan complete. Expecting runway 04 departure, Clapton 50 departure, and then it's the PIPAM for Mike approach, runway 19 right. Of course, I can change the real world, so runways and departures and stuff aren't always fixed. Therefore, it's one thing we take into consideration when doing these real world flights. Right, zero fuel weight today is 60.77. Palit 60.8. And the particular format I likes for it, it's definitely not that. Zero fuel weight, there, that's my zero fuel weight. Don't know why it's just me that. Oh well, that's what it wants. That's what it wants. I'll probably reset it again just because I know passengers are still boarding and the fuel's still being loaded. Therefore, well, we need to make sure that everything is fully on board. Well, we'll do the rest of it all the way, I guess. So reserve fuel on board today. So the allocation of that. 1387 plus 1095. That is 2.4. Yes, 2.4. Cost next Ryanair is 6. Cruising altitude level 350. Cruising winds today. Let's grab that from the flight plan. Top of climb. So 350, 055 and 24. 055 and 24. What it's going to do is up the outside temperature at minus 15. That should calculate the rest of the. There you go. So as temperature minus 46, minus 50 Fahrenheit. That's that'll do. 60 Fahrenheit, 9. That's Dev. Yeah, just slowly up there as the rest of the flight boards. Touchdown 6,000 feet, execute that, and one limit. We'll go for quite a heavy aeroplane today. We're flying a 2-hour leg on a full aeroplane for passengers, so take off and climb. Probably leave it at maximum performance today. Flaps will be 5 degrees. Centre of gravity is 23%, so 4.75 on the trim, please, which is pretty much already there. Although, I'll wait for the aircraft to fully load before I go for the checks for our departure speeds and everything. So, currently on Unicom, there's no AT at the moment at Stansted, therefore we'll switch over to this. So it's runway departure, runway 04, parking stand 63 left. For the chart for Stansted. So plan our taxiing routes before planning our departure routes. Alright, so 63, going to push back on to apron Delta, so Delta, continue up to hotel, and then to finish the taxi hotel all the way there. Taxi hotel, 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 holding hotel 1. So Delta, hotel, holding hotel 1, runway 0 for departure, moving on the Claxon 5 Sierra departure, transition altitude 6,000 feet, and that's when it comes out. So with the auto intercom, it just makes it a little bit easier for you. Rather than type everything out, it just automatically gives you the messages inputs with the other messages as well. So I like it. I like it. It's very, very, very simplistic. Does its job. Frees up our hands just to keep the rest of the flight going. So, Claxon 5 Sierra, I've got that on the departure. I'll tell you down those TFDi restrictions ones. I can't actually find the normal ones for Stansted. I never have. I don't know why. I've always there you go. Perfect. Right. So departure since Claxon 5 Sierra. Parts head north-east, pretty much a straight on route. Yeah, that's perfect. So there's Claxon. So we'll input that. Departure 04, Claxon 5 Sierra. Execute that. Insufficient fuel, that's fine. The aircraft is still being fueled up at the moment, so hopefully. Okay, no, that's done. That's done. Perfect. So reset the 0 fuel weights, execute that, head back to the takeoff, 128, rotate 130 and V2 142, that's okay to me. That's all fine. So departure's all plugged in. We'll set up the return sensor in case we have an engine failure or something, so we'll set up the frequencies for that. 110.5. Of course the runway 04 is 042, so if you have an engine failure or something like that, just back up in case we need to return to the airport. So 042, 042, that's runway frequency. Initial climb is 6,000 feet, but no ATC today, we'll go straight to cruise. So it's up 35,000 feet on the altitude. Flight directors on and on. Speed was at V2. Oh, you go back to that, so you go to. As you leave on the legs page, you can go to takeoff speeds. 142 V2. Perfect. So also set 042 runway heading. So RS is aligned, everything good. So we'll listen to the ATC information, grab our weather for Stansted. Not the ATC, but we'll do everything right.
Winds 050 variable 010 to 100 at 6 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, temperature 22 degrees Celsius, dew point 8 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1014, sky clear. Winds 050 variable 010 to 100 at 6.
Cool, so that's our weather information today. Not too bad, so yeah, visibility plus 10 kilometers, temperature currently 22 degrees centigrade, 0.18 centigrade with altimeter 1014, so potentially some rain later on today, but for our sake, looking pretty clear. Right, passenger finish boarding. I think Sam's going to say the same for us, hopefully. Need to kind of just fast track, so there you go, ties up nicely. So double take our weights one last time. There you go, terrific weights. That's 95 now. That's what it wants. Right, so if I take off speeds, double take that now again. See that apparently it's just dropped everything down. Don't necessarily agree with that. Short balance, payload. So fuel on board, so that's £20. Give me 2 seconds to switch it over. Settings, general, kilos, and hectopascals, please. Right, so fuel weight, payloads. That's correct. That's not correct. Definitely not correct. 19.1. So I don't know if the aircraft just decides to go against what that was telling it, but good to check, I guess. Right, so if we go back to which one is it? So yeah, this one. 62, really? Actually, wait, hang on, 62. Yeah, because I've got my paper, it's 60.7. So actually, no, that's fine. That's better. That's what I want to see. Okay, perfect. So M1 limit to take off. There we go. Right, that's what I like it. 142, rotate 144. 142, rotate 144. Type these. And then 152V2. Alright, so reset that again. 152. Yeah, that looks much more realistic to the 7.3 scalability, what I'm expecting. So it's just, again, a relatively full aircraft with a decent amount of fuel and a bit of cargo on board as well. So that's more realistic. Left-hand fuel pump on. APU we can start. And prepare ourselves for departure in the next couple of minutes. Let's also screen passengers, shall we? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Boarders Ryanair flights 1392 from London Stansted to Oslo Gardermoen. Flight time today is 2 hours and 5 minutes, so just over 2 hours for you as we head up to the capital of Norway. In terms of weather ahead right now, London Stansted, as you can see, looking nice and clear, nice and bright. On Norway, expecting around 16 degrees centigrade, a few clouds reported, a little bit of wind, but for the most part, it's looking nice and clear up there too. We thank you for using Ryanair. We hope you enjoy your flight on board today, and we hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Thank you very much. Don't want my lights so off today as well. That's more like it. Secure the cockpit door, thank you passengers. Enjoy flight. Right, APU is stabilised. Nose is on, APU bleed on, ground power come off, your damper comes on. Right, so ground service, can remove the GPU, retract the S there, and that internal lock doors. Going up. Get vantage points. Nope, okay, gonna have to do it from the cabin. Hello again, passengers. Yeah, it's going up perfect. Right, so that's retracted. Wait for it to disappear. Perfect. Doors close. Cabin secure. Remove the chocks. Parking brake, perfect. So I'm going to activate now the anti-collision lights, so that going to set into the engine startup. Choke pumps come on now. Also activate the window heats. Rest of the pumps come online. Do we have any centre fuel tank? The answer is yes, I've got centre fuel, so these do come on as well. Ground service, better pushback. Let's request.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. To cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So I can send some tune comms quickly that we're going to start our pushback. Send. Let's take some message out onto the world, I guess. Right, so tow drive into position, place the airplane, and let us push and start. Beacon lights are on, strobe lights set to steady, leg lights are required, wing lights are required, wheel lights are required, taxi lights until you move. Yeah, that should be good to go. I'm excited, like I said, I've not been out to Finland in a good
hatches are closed, ready to connect.
3 years now. Got some really good friends out there I've not seen in a long time, so it's good to good to finally make a return. Good to finally go see them again. It's been too long. Too long. Yeah, this wasn't required them just yet. Well, we require them at all until top of descent. What I haven't done yet is check the flight plan. So do a quick step by step. So that's the departure SID, that's the routing, takes us into the north, flies towards Oslo, and then there we go, rip out straight to the airport. Perfect.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Right, let's do it, shall we? Packs come off. And engine 2 to ground. Oh yeah, and seatbelts must come on. Probably important. Right. Focus on watch N2. Wait, that's around 24. Engine 2, fuel flow starts. So as fuel flow increases, the exhaust temperature increases as well. Much doesn't hit the red zone. Engine 2, watch the exhaust output also increase. Switches resets, engine 1 starts. So again, watch the engine increase. Engine 1 fuel flow start. Engine very quickly springs to life.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake sets.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Engine 1. Good start. Right. Switch over generators. Switch off the APU bleed. Switch off the APU. Packs back to auto. That pressurize the aircraft. Yeah, and actually as well, right. Do a quick flight control check. Elevator's good. Aileron's good. Rudder's good. Spoilers up. And spoilers down. Perfect. Flight controls are good. That's the engine page. At this point, I think we're pretty much now ready for the taxi. I know that would better push back, still has the aeroplane, so I'm going to have to force it to disconnect by clicking these two buttons a couple of times. In the hopes that the aeroplane then decides to disconnect. There we go. Yeah, better push back is definitely in need of an update, because some aircraft didn't get an option to force it to disconnect, therefore just, well, holds on for dear life. Right, taxi lights can come on. Now it's our taxi intentions, so taxiing to Holly Points Hotel 1, runway 4, Delta Hotel.
Signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Roger that, wait for the hand signals to appear. Also, that's position 5, hand signal received. Let's get going, shall we? Going to let's just do now quickly. Test the brakes. I'll do. Perfect. And I've been able to also activate straight away, then that would conclude the aircraft correctly. Yep, I just maxed throttles 2 seconds. Do the take config check, no buzzer, and therefore we are good to go. So passage space for about 3 minutes. We're not too far behind. We've got plenty of time also to back up. 2 out of 5 minute legs, so yeah, we've got plenty of time ahead of us today. Plenty of time ahead of us. So the departure today takes us to the northeast, Captain 5C area pretty much takes us straight on the routes. Climb level 350 initially because there's no ATC to give us a step climb, and yeah, it should be a good trip. Last one through Ryanair was a flight from here, well, actually I think it was a flight from GeForce to Luton. Yeah, my flight from Stansted returns back to Luton. Both of those on the 737-800s. Been on 2 Ryanair Maxes, 3 in total, they'll being Lot Polish Airlines aircrafts.
We're ready for departure.
Thank you, cabin crew. So I do like this airline, I've never had a problem with them. I fly them several times a year. Never had any problems, any delays, well, most part not their faults. You just issue the airports at both ends. But again, I like Telon a lot. I like Telon a lot. They get a lot of stick, but honestly, name another airline that gets you across Europe for. So this flight cost me about 40 quid. Initially it'd be 60, but they dropped the price, which I then bought a ticket for. British Airways from Heathrow was about 70 from Oslo to from London to Oslo. Scandinavia was 85, but then actually bumped up to 105 a couple of weeks later. So right now, definitely the go-to choice. The British Airways flight would have left later, probably better for me time-wise. But it's not the end of the world, is it really? I'm at 45 knots right now. Way too fast. I know running over their speedy taxis, that's just crazy fast. Calm down, Drawyah. Calm down. Trying to follow the real world, not shoot the aircraft a million miles ahead of where you should be. My runway 04 is a really long way away for takeoff, but gotta do it. Gotta do it. That's more like 22 knots, that's far more normal. Get a lot of the runway. That's our departure. I think I'm approached. Well, actually, a little bit from Slim. I'll do that quickly. That's our departure intentions. Landing lights on, turn off lights on, set the transponder to TAR right. Good visual check, no aircraft from the approach, no aircraft from the runway, all looks clear. Whereby shows the aircraft and the airport is clear as 2. So yeah, all that's left is now to perform our takeoff from. So again, using max, using minimal D rates, maximum takeoff performance. This aircraft airborne as quickly as possible, get some altitude, get some speed going on our run. We can also arm the auto throttle, that's always important for the N1. Chrono starts, throttle 40, engines 1 and 2 stable. Let's reset this for the runway quickly. Right, let's go, shall we? Knots. B1 rotates.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Thousand. Hold that pitch around 15 degrees. Follow the flight director. Keep the aircraft steady. I'll say, well, in real life, we're a bit clearer than what we're getting right now on this. So hopefully a bit of haze, which I don't think is quite the case. We'll throw in a few altitude interventions too, because I don't think we've quite leveled the airplane off just yet. That's one. That's why that bad of bank angle. There we go, get the aircraft steady again. Passing 3000. We'll skip all the way to the end of the SID for our altitude holds. That should give us a straight line now throughout the rest of our departure. That's up. 4000. Reset the takeoff brakes. Passing 5000. Autopilot activates. Sorry, I had it on the in the yoke there. Autopilot activates. Make sure the land gear's locked as well. And yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the flights. So I'm just going to monitor the climb out. Passing through 6000. Stand altimeter set and set. Monitor the climb out. As we make way for London, as we make for Oslo. Have I got Orpo going on here? So I've got Orbex England South. I don't think it's installed at the moment. It shouldn't be. It's definitely not default scenery, that. Wasn't something installed. I'm not complaining. Just didn't expect it. So that's what a few things out. It's positive 10,000 feet, stand lights off. Cabin receives message shortly as well. There we go.
Now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder,
Right, so at this point we are leaving Clacton, exit UK just south of Felixstowe. We do fly overhead the for some reason Volanta's not quite checking our flight properly, which is really annoying. Also apparently it's impossible to kill. Come on. There we go. Right, so yeah, in terms of our routing today, we will, hopefully this will work. Please work for us. Really? There we go, right, that's marked a green for us. Let me just reach the flight plan there. Wish I'd lost my takeoff screenshots of it later. Yeah, so, departing today, we do fly over north of the Netherlands, cut across Denmark, and then pretty much straight line approach into Oslo, but we do come through north as well from 19 side. So depart out of Stansted, again, slightly annoying I missed out the first bit of that flight there, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. Yeah, so we can approach Clacton, leave just south of Felixstowe, enjoy a bit of a water crossing. It's quite a long water crossing this one for the English Channel. Normally you kind of cross over from London towards Amsterdam, which is here. It's kind of like, well, kind of nice. It's about the same actually, it's a little bit longer than north. But should be a pretty standard departure. Cut across the Netherlands, like I say. Left hand turn, head to the north. Cut across the Danish coast, and then into Oslo Gardermoen. Yeah, so for the most part, it should be a pretty standard flight. It's nothing much I'm expecting. Weather looking pretty good. So all that's left for me to do is just sit back, relax, enjoy the flight ahead. Passing through 17,000, flight level 170. Just keep an eye on the Unicom for any messages. We've got UPS pushing back at Luton, A300, very good. It's got a departure A320 Neo at Heathrow, also making its way out. Right, so Finland, flights flying to Oslo. I'm going to do Oslo, pretty much just sit at the airports and do much. It's empty, safety comes off. Yeah, so we're going to sit at the airports. It's what, 4-hour changeover. I land at Oslo 10 o'clock, 10 in the morning. Then I depart from Oslo AirBaltic at 2:05. So yeah, I've got 4 hours and 5 minutes transfer to Oslo. So I may leave the airports. I don't know yet. I can't get a train to city centre. That's like half hour to get there. Actually, technically I could do. Get a train to city centre, spend an hour in Oslo before returning back to the airport. So it's not impossible. We have to really plan that out if I do. Yeah, so I get to Oslo, do what I need to do in Oslo. I haven't actually planned it yet, so let's say. Let's have a look, shall we? How long does it take to get from Oslo Airport to Oslo City Centre? Oslo Gardermoen. Directions to Oslo Station. 20 minutes. That's not impossible. If I'm landing at 10 o'clock, so if I leave the part at 1st of July, so 10:30, get through security and all that. I'd arrive at 10:49. I can then do what I need to do and then do a switch and arrive by 12 o'clock. 12:30 the latest, I guess. Leave at 12 PM, get at 12:19. That gives you an hour and 45, an hour and 46 to get to the airport security. That's not impossible actually. So, if I really wanted to, I could spend. So if I say 12 o'clock, we leave. I can spend an hour and 8 minutes in Oslo. Not really much to do. I'll probably go eat some food or something and see since I'll go up to the top of the Opera House, quite a good view. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I will do something. So I'll go to Oslo, city centre, have an hour to have lunch or something, head back to the airport, and then yeah, continue onwards to Tampere, where I've got a few. Obviously, I've got a friend out there who married a little while ago, so I'm going to meet her husband. Of course, got to go to the Moomin Museum because that's like the one big thing in Tampere, which is the Moomins. So I'll go see that. Yeah, then after that, I'm going to spend a couple of days in Tampere and then make cross country to Lappeenranta. Lappeenranta, spend about 2-3 days there. Then on the last day, 6th of July, move from Lappeenranta to Helsinki. Spend a day in Helsinki. Go see if I try and find a friend who I've not seen in a little while. Just try and jump up and basically just out of nowhere. Do that, and then from Helsinki back to London Heathrow, and that's flying with Finnair on an Airbus A350. So for these premieres, 3 legs or 3 next plane, because I've got no 738 in MSFS, so I've been need to release that in the 700, I'm afraid. No. Then I'm flying the C series, the A220, which again that's another freeware release on next planes. A220 on next planes on MSFS not released yet. And then the same for the A350, going to fly the flight factor model rather than anything else on MSFS. So 3 flights on the next plane. Next plane finally getting the recognition you finally deserve. But it should be a good couple of trips. Should be a couple of trips. So I'll see that side for them off yet. 6 days out there. See some friends in a little while. I'm excited. Right, let's go through the cabin. Let's see who's on board the flight. Also, figure out who's on my seats. I think I have got a better seat for this one. It's going to be visible on you. Right, so on seat 26F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. Yes, when I don't count seat 13. That's not American. Well, American manufacturers don't count row 13 because, you know, unlucky and stuff like that. So 12 to 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26. Francis Moss, 10-year-old on a leisure trip. He's currently in my seat. Get out. Yeah, so I've got it really quite full airplane today, is it? So go through the list, anything as I recognise. Let's see if there's anyone on board. So it's probably not. No, not today, I don't think. A mix of British and Norwegian names. Yeah, no, not today. Not today. I wonder if we do have a single read on board today. I know we get a few reads. I wonder if we'll ever get another Jerry read on board today. Throw back to the to the 747. Let's say pretty much a full cabin today. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 empty seats. Got 1, 2, 3, 5 cabin crew on board today. So got the full load cabin crew, and that's always impressive. Yeah, every single, well, no, almost full, every seat filled. 1 seat empty currently at the moment. That will be that one there. So 5 cabin crew, 183 passengers, 2 pilots. That's a total of 190 souls on board this plane today. 190. Myself, the co-pilots, 5 cabin crew, and 103 passengers. Passing through 30,000, flight level 300. Just realised actually the winds is like, oh, did I know, because the winds ain't doing sense. It's, do you know, so we did top climb winds, sorry, yeah, ignore me. We did winds. Airbus, you do it for every stage of flight, and this, get close to your sense. You'll plug in your destination forecast winds through the shits. So, so go get cruising altitude first, work the aircraft fly for a little bit, and then we'll get the approach procedures for Oslo. So now from our flight plan, we're expecting runway 19 right on the Ripham for Mike arrival. We'll see how that changes when we actually get there. Flight's flight's 2 hours long or so. There's a lot that can change between now and actually arriving there. As it stands, our ETA is expected to be at around 10:56 Zulu. Sorry, 10:31 Zulu. That's altitude. So 10:31 Zulu. So that's distance to go. What am I talking about? That's altitude level 290. 290 to Pixam. Distance to go. There we go. Ignore me. Actually, we are a bit helpful, aren't we? So 1031 Zulu. This will be 11:30 UK time. Apparently we're about 30 minutes behind schedule already. Really? Okay. And if we are late behind schedule, if we're running late like that, then safe say I wouldn't be leaving the airport because that means we've got no time to actually do anything. So I don't know. That seems a bit. Okay. Well, here's what it is. Again, looking at fuel count, we're going to have 200 kilos by the time we land at Oslo. Hopefully, once we're at cruise, the engines power back a little bit. Things will start to relax a little more. It's holding quite just recline that. Just throw it slightly, see what happens. Across into our adamant, it wants to use maximum throttle for the output. I know he said maximum decrease takeoff, but I don't think it'll do it the whole way to the climb. Come on, 7.3. Come on. We're almost cruising anyway, passing through level 340. Getting altitude alarm to signal that we are 1,000 feet from the set altitude. There we go. And the rate of about 1,000 feet per minute. 1 minute to go until we get to our cruise. Cool, so far so good. So in terms of seat 26F, that puts me 10 rows behind the opening exits. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. This here shall be my seats. That's my view. Ready to fly out the cabin, that's fine. Out the window, I get the wing. And another view of the wing. Hopefully flight's not as full in real life as it's saying in the sim. I don't know if you're a passenger. I mean, I don't mind sitting with passengers. Of course, I prefer my own. Well, if I get a seat next to me free, that's fine. If I get the whole row to myself, that's a blessing. I don't mind it too much. Right, so we're up at cruise. The engines have finally got back on the power. Much more appropriate. Have a look at the. There you go. That's. We'll see how the fuel flow goes. If we need to conserve fuel, we can conserve fuel by increasing the air cost the next slightly, but we'll see how it goes. Up at cruise, looking good. Hour 46 on arrival. Ryanair UK is progressing. Yes, I guess. Well, so flying Ryanair UK. This isn't a Ryanair normal flight seat. It's got a Gulf registration, no union flag, of course, because Ryanair is an Irish airline, and I don't give you the history of that, do I? So Ryanair own, I think it's 5 divisions. They own Ryanair, so Ryanair DAC, Ryanair UK, Ryanair Sun, now known as Buzz, Ryanair Malta, Air Malta, sorry, Malta Air, sorry, Air Malta's the national flag carrier, Air Malta's flag carrier, Malta Air is the Ryanair, sorry. So Ryanair DAC, Ryanair UK, Ryanair Sun, now known as Buzz, Malta Air, and Lauda Europe, formerly Lauda Motion. So yes, 5 different airlines they operate. Most of them in Ryanair colours, so Buzz getting rebranded their own livery, Malta Air being rebranded their own livery, and Lauda Motion just Lauda. But when they get their 737s, which eventually replace the 320s, they'll also be branded in just Ryanair colours. So 5 different airlines, Ryanair UK being the UK operator, and this formed after, well actually they've owned it for several years and just never used it. So Ryanair UK formed in 1985 as Damwell Limited, renamed Ryanair UK Limited in June 1985, so yeah, 1985 it started, but never touched it until 2018. That's because the with the UK leaving the European Union, Brexit, they had to have a UK operator's license, and so they transferred an aircraft over to the airline, which became Golf Romeo Uniform Kilo Alpha, Rucker. That served as a sole aircraft for a couple of years, and eventually it then received more aircraft just to bolster the fleet. So first aircraft arrived in 2017, which is Rucker, this one, and it's until 2021, March 21, to receive their second aircraft, Rucker B, so forth, so forth, so forth. This airline, I believe, will predominantly have a fleet of 800 NGs, while Ryanair's son, Buzz, will predominantly operate the Max in future. So any deliveries go to Sun, and then Sun aircraft that are displaced by deliveries will then move to Ryanair UK. So there you go, that's a great explanation of how these islands work. So this is one of Ryanair's 5 operators: DAC, UK, Sun, Lauda, and Morteret. Again, love the course on these things. So yeah, we're not Ryanair 37 Charlie Golf, we're Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf. So they've got 8 aircraft, Ruck A through to Ruck India, I think. Sorry, Ruck Hotel, Ruck H. India's next one to arrive. Right, so up at cruise, passengers are happy, satisfaction's 99%. Cabin crew didn't net, snacks and meal service. Probably get their scratch card very shortly. But for the most part, not looking too bad back there. Not looking too bad. I love the PACX layout. This one I put together myself for the 737, just based on the Ryanair interior. So 129 seats, so you've got the divided there, galley area, just a row of seats at front to just kind of go against. Opening exit rows to the back of the airplane, just divider, galleys, toilets, and the rest of it. Ryanair's, well, I think new aircraft now have toilets at the back here, moving some galley space for the sake of SpaceFlex. So not SpaceFlex, sorry, Sky Interior. SpaceX is Airbus, Sky Interior is Boeing. So yeah, for the sake of Sky Interior, the toilets now move back for rooms and galley space, short haul flights, and just again, it's standard layout, I don't mind too much. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, perfect. 33 rows in the Ryanair aircraft. Sorry, 32 rows, again, row 30 doesn't exist. Right, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes with the rest of the flights. But yeah, so far so good. I'll keep monitoring the sim as well to make sure that anything is progressing. I won't be gone for too long to go up to the loo, fresh myself up a little bit, and then get the rest of the flight going. It's a 2-hour leg, an hour 40 to go, so plenty of time for us to talk and chat. Also, I guess more about the trip ahead as well. So again, very excited for it. I've not been. Last time I went to Finland was New Year's 2020. So I went in December 2019, left in January 2020. So went there for 2 weeks. So I've got some good friends out there I've not seen in a long, long time now. So good to catch up, have a meet up, have a laugh, have a drink, and just yeah, just enjoy myself for a bit. So let's talk about that in a bit. See you in a bit. Hello again. Right, back in. Still over the English channels, really much to look at this point. But now we're doing alright progression wise, so we've just cut across the north of the Netherlands. So far looking so good. Yeah, I'll explain. You're a good sim, but you're not quite as graphically impressive as the old MSFS. But we're making good progress, like I say. Check that fuel number. Super. Okay, so we'll do. Okay. I did a bit interesting as well. Apparently, 10:31 Zulu expected to arrive. Oh wait, 45 Zulu ETA. I don't know if it's like a mismatch. Whoops, what I've done. I don't know if it's quite a mismatch somewhere, but that is. So yeah, no. Right, it seems time is now off. Is it? 83 locals, so 3. There should be. Let's look. Yes, hang on. Bear with me. 843 TC. There'll be 743, 643. So part of, yeah, okay, no, that's more like it. That should be accurate now. So 0643 Zulu. 0931 arrival time, so it's 10:30 arrival time, so about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, which is more likely. Yeah, that makes more sense. 07, but that's now offset by an hour. I don't know. I'm getting confused now by the time again. MSFS is great. You just set the time and it just works. This one, you have to fight with the clock to figure out what time it's supposed to be, what time we're landing at. Anyways, let's approach, shall we? So, as it stands right now, the arrival runway is still 19 right, so we'll go back now. I'm just landed, actually, I've landed from the south. We're departing shortly. Have a look at flight radar, go on then. I mean, I prefer to land to the north, but if it's not the end of the world. Where's Gardermoen? There we go. Yeah, no, real life aircraft landing from the north, so yeah, 09. One on the right, well, that's one on the left they're landing on. You just landed one on the right, and the other part's okay. So if the one on the left they're landing on, just confirm that's landing airplane, you've just landed, one line left, you're departing on the right. You're departing on the right. Yeah, so we'll stick with that. So, one liner left is our approaching these are arrival aircrafts. So, arrivals, ILS, oh, mate, slight error. I've plugged in I've just plugged, you know what, well, this is a live stream guide, it stops me, I'm sure. I've plugged in Leeds Bradford. That's an oopsie. I don't need to replay the whole flight plan then, do I? That should be ENGM. Okay, bear with me. So, now approaching Chorus, well go to Scar, flight plan again. Okay, direct to well go and then figure out where we are, I guess. That's really annoying. Drawyah. Insus. So we're on the November 873 right now, so well go. It's flight plan now, that's fine. Okay, no, my fault, I have to redo it quickly. Right, routing. Oh, that was easier than I thought. My performance, it's going to be flight level 350. So is that why I was saying insufficient fuel? Was because the aircraft was expecting to fly back all the way to Leeds afterwards? That makes far more sense. That's what I got at the moment. 4.2. Yeah. Okay, that's my fault there. So sorry. Yes, I was flying on the IVAO into Leeds Bradford, which is EGNM. ENGM is all. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's my thoughts. Okay, Drawyah's a dum dum. Get yourself a smack on the wrist for that. 1-9 right, and I'm setting the RIPAM for mic approach, transition, bad or to the. No, I don't need any of those, so let's keep that. That makes far more sense. So, arrival time is now 0802 Zulu. Plus 2 hours. Yeah, that makes far more sense. Okay, because I had the wrong airport plugged as our destination, which is why, yeah, Borath was telling me that I need to see that makes far more sense. So we actually have plenty of fuel on board, 3.6 tons for a landing, 300 kilos. Yeah, no, that all sits quite nicely. Okay, Drawyah, yep, you're just a dumb, yeah. Right, so on this one line at right, that's fine. Group's plugged in. Do a step by step quickly, and the flight plan is correct. See, I'll give Airbus credit when it comes to the actual step by step. It will show the final airport equipment as well, not just jump back to the start. So that's the routing. Fly over the airport, right hand turn, get ourselves back onto the approach path. Bevads, make a left hand turn, get ourselves onto the localizer, down the localizer, down the glide slope, and then into land. That's fine. Right, now I know what I'm doing. God, Gary Hubbard was here, he'd be giving me a bollocking. Right, so flaps 30 expecting, plus 5 on the VREF. Right now the winds are reporting in Oslo. Uh, 2204 knots, which is fine. 111.3, course 192. 111.3. 111.3. And it's going to be a course of 192, 192, 192. Him as well. Cool, so that's all correct, that's correct, that's correct. Check the charts again. So for the runway 19 left for approach. In that. Taxi charts for the airport as well. In that, and start. We have full mic. Yeah, 4 mic in that. So, fly to north, right hand turn, gets us to Bavad cuts off to the glide slope, and then glide slope, sorry, down to the localizer, and then down to glide slope, and localizer to landing, that's fine. So yeah, magic to Bavad, that's fine. Check the airport again. Runway elevation is 681. So just add a bit more. 650. 3,500 for the glide slope, that's fine, we can do that easy. Yeah, cool, so that's our approach configured. It's far more sense now, we've got the correct altitude in the aircrafts. So that's our routing, that's our progression. We're plugging our wind forecast percent, so we need to get it for levels 350, 200, and 100. So top percent, 350, 326 at 67, 326 at 27. Sorry, hang on. TOD 326 at 76. Yeah, I'm blind today. During descent, 200 is at 311 at 40. And then 100 is 281 at 18. Execute that. charge level 8000, that's correct. Cabin rates will be functioning, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's all correct. That's input that. Going to also got all our fixes, so fixes at the runway. So runway on the right. Top standard 350 today, so 35, 369, 15, 105. One at 10 miles and one at 4 miles. So we have a radius marker at our top descent, which is the big green circle here. Close to the airport with 2 small green circles, one at 10 miles means we can be established localised at that point, and then at 4 miles we're going to be at our final approach configuration and fully prepared for landing. Got an hour and 12 to go now. CTA 0741 Zulu, which is plus 2 hours for Greenwich Mean. So plus 1 is for Greenwich Mean Time, and then plus 2 for Central European Time. So yeah, as it stands, 9:41 Zulu. So we're about 20 minutes ahead of schedule. 20 minutes ahead of schedule. Thing with my nose itches and I'm slightly dehydrated, so probably best to drink a bit of water. Ooh, actually I will add as well, last time through Ryanair, actually ordered a meal on board their flight. Ordered the what was it, feels like pasta bolognese kind of thing. It tastes alright. I wouldn't recommend. I'm not going to do it again, I don't think, which is a shame because it would be nice to get a video of. But yeah, it's so the pasta bolognese, it tasted alright. It was just an average bolognese really. Had that with what did I have with it? I had was it kind of Foster's or and there was a Heineken. I had a Heineken with it and a Bombay Safar. Yeah, it was a quiet flight. That's from GeForce to London Luton. So that was FR3 3473. Since that I've been to Belgrade, that was not British Airlines, and of course the heavy delayed London Gatwick to Manchester flights, BA2508 on 320 Neo. So we should across 320 Neo, before that 737 Max, and then before that an Embraer 190, then 321, and then a 738 and a 320, and then so forth. ODH89 as a Dragon Repeat, so it was quite good flights. Actually crashed about a week ago. During the Dark Side Air show, the Dragon Repeat carrying a few passengers on a local flight, gust of wind on the landing, pitched it onto its nose. That was quite the it's quite sad news actually. Hopefully they'll repair it and get it back flying again. It's not often you get a 1930s biplane that flies around with passengers on board, of course. It's a very proper commercial aircraft still. But yeah, it's one that hopefully they'll get some repairs done to it and bring it back to service in the next couple of weeks. Lovely experience. If they do bring it back, I'd highly recommend it. See what the future lies with that, I guess. Yeah, classic wings, Dragon Repeat on the vlogging channel. I hope to get a video on that in the next couple of weeks. See, what the vlogging channel, I've got such a big backlog now of videos from all my trips in the last 2 years. Finally sat down to actually get them all out there. Thank you to my editor Tom for giving me a chance to actually, for pushing me to do it. Yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. Not a great number of viewers in terms of, where this channel is, I guess, but it is early days, it is still kind of getting there. It's a hobby that I want to expand a little bit more, so give me a chance to, I guess, also recoup a little bit of these trips as well. But again, some people like Noel Phillips, Josh Cahill, absolutely love their stuff. Sam Chew is good, but again, a bit too extravagant for me. I'll never get a first-class private jet trip on every single where I go. Yeah, so people like Noel Phillips and Josh Cahill are my two main kind of inspirations for it. But everyone's telling me to do it, like, hey Drawyah, you go on trips all the time, why don't you do a vlogging channel, why don't you do a channel for trips? So finally sat down, and when to do it. So that's always good to do. So now approaching Denmark, saw the coast of the Danish coasts, just below the clouds there. You can kind of see it slowly appearing as islands. There's a coastline there. And these clouds in X-Plane have really, I wouldn't say they've transformed it. It's still very much kind of this is MSFS on low cloud settings regardless, but it has definitely it's worked something out to bring a bit of life to the sim. I like it. Again, X-Plane not going to be graphically as impressive as MSFS, but certainly try and push it that way. Hopefully X-Plane 12's release, we'll see a bit more in terms of fancy graphics and scenery, but again, time will tell for all of that. Time will very much tell. Back in 2 seconds. Hello again, I'm back and should be now for the rest of the video. Sorry, I had to sort out some few things at home, of course. No, got hiccups. Yeah, so flight's progressing well, we're doing alright. Over for Denmark now. Flight is good. Top descent's now in approximately... What did you say, does it? What point stop descent going to be marked at? 3535. Oh my... So actually we're only about 150 miles from top of descent now. So yeah, I'm looking at about 25-30 minutes for TOD, top of drop in this airplane. Flight's progressing well, like I say. Fuel's looking good, aircraft's stable. It feels looking very good now that we got the correct arrival airport input. I'm still really surprised, because yes, I've flown to Leeds. There was Leeds were flown 2 or 3 times with you guys in the IVAO XP Discord. Flight BA146, I'll show you some screenshots. The flights were beautiful. Yeah, so the current flight right now is our progression. So I did a flight from... It was just the one flight yesterday. So yes, I did Leeds... No, Bordeaux. Bordeaux to Cork. City to Newcastle. City to Dublin. Dublin to Leeds, that was what I did yesterday. Which again, well, quite a... Yeah, I love the BA146. Really got back into the aircraft now all of a sudden. And again, the screenshots, the scenery is just really starting to take off, I think. Yeah, it's an aircraft that I've really grown to love in MSFF, just like the BA146. I actually just can't stop flying it now because it's perfect for those short haul flights. Like if you want to do something an hour long or so, then this is the aircraft of choice. The weather was superb, great amount of clouds, the lighting was great. It's just, yeah, everything about it great too, as well. So we're looking down at Bangor, which is a town in North Wales. If you follow the coast around, you get to about a town over here. So it gets a bit darker, or a bit lighter even where the buildings are. That's Llanfair Pwylygwyn Gyr Goger Queen Job Dantio Silio Gogogoch, based in the UK longest place now, Llanfair PG. So yeah, looking down there. There's the approach, on descent, sun setting in the background, looking down towards the Yorkshire Dales. So Yorkshire Moors, Dales are Scotland. Yorkshire Moors, between descents. Buzz past this aeroplane here because our approach was messy, very messy. As you can approach has the prime of the ground. The CEO came in, got ourselves established. Aircraft pulled a maydays, had to break off, run it around, missed the localizer, and then just hand flew into the airport. Messy approach, messy approach. But yeah, the flight that followed, the Dublin to Shannon flights. Very pretty, the sunsets. Very pretty. Got the co-pilot looking out to the sunset. So I love this aircraft. I've really grown into it. For that was 320, was it? Now the 320. Yes, FR. So yeah, been out of 320. So yeah, pretty standard, middle of the day, so no fancy sunset screens. I think I did 5 flights yesterday, which is I think a record for me for number of flights in a day. I think today I'll probably do this one, do one more, and I'm trying to do a stream, an actual live stream tonight. It's a Wednesday, so yeah, get it all done as well. So yeah, 5 flights yesterday, 3 flights today. Actually, I might do 4, depends if people are online or not. The AirBaltic guys, they are absolutely superb. I enjoy just jumping on general chat, having a laugh with them. Quiz night as well coming up on Friday, so definitely take a shot at that. Because of course, the last one I actually won, came victorious finally. The quiz was made just for me, pretty much. I mean, it wasn't made for me, but all the questions were kind of stuff that I was expected to know, like which underground line has the most stations, which railway line opened to celebrate the Queen's Jubilee. It's like, oh, these are all questions. Which flight number goes from this airport to that airport? Oh, I flew on this route 2 weeks ago. Which airport was it? I think it was Napoli or Naples. Yeah, it was Napoli, Naples. The question was based around. It was like, oh look, I was here. Oh yeah, also it was Geneva. Which airport's this? Oh, this is Zurich. I flew here 3 days ago. It's just out of coincidence. All the questions were basically just things that I said to know. And I won that quiz with a comfortable margin. There was 80 questions. I got 53 correct. Second place got like 47, so that was a nice little jump in there. It was a good quiz. I had a good laugh. And of course, then went onto Instagram, put a story out saying, "Hey followers, I've won the quiz tonight. I've got to pick the next route. Where do we go?" So the route I picked was Good Night to Cookout, and yeah, I think on well, this coming Friday, which for you guys watching now is last Friday, so I'm recording about 8 days in advance, something like that. Yeah, so it's been a good couple of. One thing I need to double check is what is the entry requirements for Finland coming in from the EU, because I need. The question is, do I need to grab my booster vaccine or not? Because at the moment, Finland requires a booster vaccine coming in from the UK, but since I'm having to stop over in Oslo, because originally I was going to fly direct into sorry, not Lapin, the last time, flew direct into Tampere. Problem is Ryanair should have flights on Saturdays, not Fridays, so I had to make a stopover instead. So I'm coming in from the European Union. Well, actually not. I'm coming from Norway, which is not European Union. Look at my phone. Good question. Why don't I have my phone? Hey Droid. Hey Google. Ring my phone. It's not. Bear with me. So what is it? On the floor. There we go. Well, that was a bit of a delay. Yes, so Finland entry requirements. I would say, and the fact is also, I'm coming in from the UK, definite. So yeah, I've got both vaccines, but he's been more than 270 days. This is 7 days prior to travel. I've got how many days left? So actually, do I need to do it tomorrow? I do, yes, okay. Right, okay, where can I get... See, the thing is, so if you're not fully vaccinated, I need to have proof that I've been infected and healed, which I don't have because I was last infected back in March 2019. Sorry, March 2020 I was infected, so that's a long, long time ago. I was born in 1999, so I don't apply for the 2006 rule. So young people born in 2007 or later are exempt from COVID-19 requirements, still need to provide proof of vaccination. If ever, yeah, that's fine. So my nose is really itchy now, I don't know why. My nose is always itchy, I don't know why. Yeah, I think I should. Okay, right, I'm not doing tomorrow. I'm going to get my COVID booster. It's 19. Booster shop near me. Hopefully it's still free. Find a walking clinic. Right. Opens on Thursday, that's tomorrow. 10 to 4 PM, and it's just a walk-in. Okay, right, so I'm gonna have to go with my booster. I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow actually, because I need to do it 7 days beforehand. Tomorrow will be 7 days before, so I need to get that into. Hang on. Okay, I'll focus on the flight first. When I land, I'll have to go with my father so he can try and drop me off tomorrow. We're airborne now for an hour and 18 minutes, that's fine. 45 minutes for landing, 18 miles to go. Tell you what, let me go ask him, because again, this is now kind of important. I said I'd stay, but I do need to go ask. Right, back in 2 minutes. Cool, tomorrow I get my booster. Yeah, so for me the booster, I don't know, I'll take it. It's got to be done. If I want to re-enter the European Union, it's got to be done. So yeah, I'll get that all sorted. At least it means I get free vaccinations. That gives me pretty much green passes at every country in the world. I think America's still got the same thing where you need to have 2 vaccines plus booster to enter. So yeah, fair enough. Everyone's got their opinions about the vaccine and the boosters and all that stuff, but if you want to travel freely, you gotta do it. So that's my job tomorrow to get done. Cool. What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday. That's fine, I get it all booked in. Right. See, again, when it comes to needles and that, I don't necessarily mind needles, but at the same time, I don't particularly like them. It's like you don't really feel it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So 80 miles to go. So at that point we'll set the top of the descent, the altitudes and everything, confirm everything, also get Unicom more prepped up. That green dot is only start the actual descent. 19er left into Gardermoen. Oop, Oslo Towers will actually come online, so actually let's check the ATIS. Arrival runway, okay, 19er right, they want to fix it on right, so we'll do that now. Change it. So ILS 19er. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, no, ignore me. Arrays. Yeah, no, 19er right, that's correct. Ignore me, I'm being dumb. I've really configured on 19er right because that's what it tells me to do. I'm going crazy now. This is why you need a co-pilot. Just double check what you're doing, just stop you from being dumb, I guess. So we have got Oslo Tower online. We will be saying hello to them on the arrival. There's us. There's our destination. They've been on for actually a minute, so just popped online. Just popped online. One inbound. Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf. Yeah, I love that call sign. Probably fly it more often actually. Right, let us prepare. So one more thing I need to do. That's a Unicom. Right, so we'll have ATC video at actual arrival, but the rest of it we need to get plugged in. So 19er right on the Ripam for Mike arrival. Inbound from the south. Moving ILS approach. Transition level 080, 8,000 feet. So we're here, top ascent. Gardermoen traffic, 738 inbound from the south, top ascent, leaving flight with 310 space in the Ripam for Mike arrival on the right. So it just gives you all the text you need for the actual stages of flights. That'll be handy for us later on. Alright, speak to passengers, let's give them an update, shall we? Good afternoon, good morning even, ladies and gentlemen, an update from the flights deck. We are approximately 40 minutes or so away from Oslo now. It's our descent in the next couple of minutes, with the weather right now reporting at 17 centigrades, with again a few clouds reported, but nothing more than that. Can we go through the aircraft one final time just to check you're okay? That again. We'll do that again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's from the third time's the charm. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Updates from the flights deck. We are approximately 40 minutes away from Oslo right now. We'll be sending the next 10-15 minutes and updates for the weather on you. Right now, weather reporting at 18 degrees centigrade, so things are warming up quite nicely for you up in the capital, with a few clouds reported, but no chance of rain today as it stands. I hope you enjoyed the flight so far. Any questions, feel free to speak to the cabin crew. But once again, we're approximately 40 minutes away from landing, and very shortly preparing the aircraft for its descent. An update when we hit that, as well as an update on our time. Thank you very much. And of course now, there you go, PACX will finally give me the message. It's not the best message ever, it was a complete disaster from what I was saying, but it's all do, it will do the job. Speak to passengers, gives them updates, what they need to know. Making good progress. Just about to enter the southern tip of Norway. So if you're on the left hand side, maybe you can see the land right now. So it is yes we can. Hello Norway. So I'm entering Norway now. Send very shortly. And it sounds it's pretty quiet at the moment. So the only amount of flights at the moment. Only aircraft expect to land here for a little bit. Got our charts ready, got our approach short configured. 20 miles an hour from setting up the altitude, which is 3,500 feet. Yeah, 3,500 feet insets for the glide slope, and then bringing aircraft down, I guess. Frequencies all set, courses all set, aircraft's all plugged in, winds are input. Double check it if we need to one more time. So currently expecting runway 19 right on the right 4 mic approach. Check the performance, again, so 150 approach speed for 30 flaps, plus 5 wind correction, so we're going to be approaching at 155 knots, that's all done, yeah, good to go. He's breaking level 1 into Oslo, we're going to need to vacate, it's relatively far down the runway, for the sake of actually getting towards the stand, so that's where our touchdown zone is. I should tell a line, we've probably, so he's breaking level 1, if we're trying to exit Bravo 4, there's ample time to make a right turn, taxi up Tango or Sierra, and make way towards the stands. Right, yeah, so that's all fine. We are now over Norway. Should get some really good scenery on this, basically down toward the fjords. Show's not MSFS, scenery of course would be 10 times better, but X-Plane scenery really isn't all that bad. There's some really good shots on this platform. Everyone for exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes, or 1 hour 30 minutes since our takeoff run started. 0730 Zulu, 9:30 local time. ETA now bumped up to 0750 Zulu, which would be 10 to 10, which is pretty much our expected arrival time anyway. Check the progression page, 0807, so 7 past 10 is the stand, so actually about 7 behind schedule, which is not the end of the world. 33 minutes till expected arrival. Yeah, we'll be okay. Part-time schedule for 2005 minutes. About a little bit of a headwind. I mean, what, 83 knots coming in from 347, so they've been fighting against us. Hopefully that switches around the approach I'm now thinking, because that's going to be a full-on tailwind then at that point. There's only 4 knots reported. Heading again is back to the ATIS. So it's Information Charlie. Right, so winds are variable at 3 knots. Okay, so expect a little bit of a gusty approach. Not terrible, but just a few breezes, a few blows. Hopefully this time the replay mode will work as well, because last time we explained, which was the flight to South Africa, for some reason activating replay mode just wouldn't activate the top bar. Very, very annoying. It's fully updated to X11, should be all up to date, should be nothing missing, but it is what it is. My third trip to Oslo. I won't get much of a chance to actually go to the city centre this time. It's nice to make a return. Been twice. Once to meet a friend out here, did a bit of walk around. Second time was to on a day trip with my mother, show her around as well. Alright, so 3,500 sets. Top descent, 20 miles. Cabin. Everyone's still happy. Satisfaction at 92%, so dropping a little bit. But again, you get that with flight duration and lack of service. There's no internet, no entertainment, no fancy extras. It's just a rock standard flight. So yeah, satisfaction always drops a little bit when passengers get bored. So you're doing nothing. But it's not too bad today. I love air travel, I really do. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I can understand why people don't always enjoy it, sitting in a metal tube full of people coughing and doing what they do for several hours at a time, but for me, there's just something about sitting at 30,000 feet, looking out at the world below. Again, there's no internet connection, no connectivity outside the world, just on your own mind, your own thoughts. But because you're surrounded by the giant white noise machine, you just relax. I've always liked air travel. It's always just been a time for me to just clear my mind, sit back, relax, clear the mind, and just not think about life for a couple of hours. But this trip, it's going to see some of the people I'm closest to, so a lot of excitement's building as well. Once we're in Oslo, I'm just over halfway there. Get a Fly C series, the A220, always exciting. And then after that, I mean, it's the return leg, of course, so it's sad to see my friends go, but it's an Airbus A350, which is like, I've never been on a wide body. This will be my very first wide body flight. Short from Helsinki to Heathrow, but damn well worth it, is it? Right, so it's now our intention to descend on Unicom. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight deck. We've just started our descent into Oslo and we'll be landing in approximately 30 minutes. If you need to use the toilets, please do so now, as we'll shortly prepare the aircraft for approach and landing, and therefore seatbelt signs will be back on and the toilet doors will be closed. Once again, we thank you for flying Ryanair. We hope you enjoyed the flight so far, and we hope you see you again in the near future. Going on towards the approach message there. What was that tapping noise? Was it that? I didn't realize I was tapping that at the same time. Whoopsie. Well, attitude set, and there we go, sent in 1 mile. Engines drop. Nose drops, altitude drops. Let's do this, shall we? And the behind us apparently. Marston cargo from Keflavik to Istanbul, very good. Anybody else inbound for... Oh, you've got another flight coming in, got a welding flight from Frankfurt, Lufthansa 206. Yeah, it's been a relaxed flight today, nothing really to comment. Pick up and stand, taxied the runway, departed no problem, made the route. Yeah, it's been quiet today, nothing really to report. Starts our descent. Right, so within the next 30 minutes or so, should be on the ground. ETA marks at 10:02, but that doesn't take into account the long approach over to the north, so that will probably push back to about this level. 8 past 8 soon. So we're 3 minutes behind schedule right now. 3 minutes. Because the yoke, I guess because the yoke's just kind of positioned right where my legs are, my hands rest, and it's just kind of, that's perfect to knock it all stuff. Our arch yoke feels good, looks good, definitely plays the part of the Boeing 787 or just Boeing yoke in general. I like it a lot. It would be nice to have a bit more leg room, I guess, because the way it's designed, the front gets a bit close where the terrible throttle levers are. Levers are built kind of with a backup standby thing, just they exist so they can exist pretty much. Right, passing level 300, 28,000 feet, approaching 290, 29,000. Aircraft is bang on the glide path at the moment, the 10th path. deviation yet. Aircraft will need to reduce down to 250 knots quite early on because, as per the approach path, the charts from Ripam, max 250 knots. So hit that and just start slowing down. Pretty much 250 all the way down. Speed managed by the airplane 220 by Vavad, so that will drop at about this point. Aircraft's in command. So yeah, when we hit those 220s, go off Mike 428. At that point, that's down to 5 degrees. So yeah, there's the end of the big green circle, that's our top descent. Medium green circle, that's our 10-mile marker. And small green circle, 4 miles, needs to be fully configured and ready to land. Hopefully at that point, given the lights traffic today, should also be fully configured for landing as well. We'll get the landing clearance in at the same time. Frequency for Oslo is 118.3, so down to standby. As soon as you're on frequency, or as soon as you get close enough, once you're established, contact Oslo and request our landing. Also, very much doubt going to need much in the way of spoilers today. Aircraft's going to pretty much configure all the way down, so we'll activate the spoilers, get them armed for landing. Jeez, hang on, just one click, there we go. Spoilers armed. As soon as you land, down and deploy. Aircraft is playing a bit of a juggling game at the moment. See the engines do go up and down to try and keep it 250 knots. Not quite doing it today for some reason, but it's just balancing out, I guess. Oops. Estimated landing weight is getting quite heavy given the weight of the airplane today. So estimated landing weight is set to be 63934, max landing weight 66, so about 3 tons below the maximum. We're only 10 tons off the takeoff weight, so yeah, kind of fine lines there. Some of Ryanair's longest legs. The longest flight is Warsaw Modlin. It's either Warsaw Modlin to Tenerife or I think it's Oslo Tenerife as well. But those flights fly with reduced passenger capacity because of the distance they require. PACX base rate of descent off at 3,500 as soon as Golf Mike 429. Put on the charts quickly. I've adjusted the FMS as well. It tell me at this point it needs to be above 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 4,000 from 452 to Bavads. So below 5,000 requirements. Sorry, tell a lie. No, so we need to be level 90 by Golf Mike 5. So, hang on. So yeah, that's at 9,000. That's below 5,000 because the marker's below it. At 9, at 12. So So again, what did the 5,000 mean? It must be, I don't actually know. I'll ask Gary later. So 452 should be, yeah, level up at 9, 427, 428, it's down to 5 at bad. Yeah, no, that makes sense, okay. Aircraft knows what it's doing. I hope it would, did you? Cloud layers. It's going to drop for a little bit. Approaching level 180, 18,000 feet, so 15,000. I'll switch on the seatbelt signs and get the camera crew to prepare the cabin for landing. We have to arrive in about 90 minutes, so we're doing alright actually. Has that time increased at all? So it is. No, still showing 8 past 8, so that's where it's supposed to land. Hopefully I'll be able to stick the landing in this. Again, since London Stansted the yoke, not quite as smooth touchdowns they used to be with the stick. Still very much getting the used to the feel of the stick, kind of getting it smooth, getting it down, getting it within the well, within normal kind of landing rates. But we'll get there. Bit of practice. Did a few practice landings earlier on, so getting a feel of it slowly. For me, it's a case of I'm islanding it for too early. If I island a bit later, should be okay, but I'm doing it too early, and that's what's costing me at the moment. So, yeah, if I get the timing right, should be okay. $16,000, 160. What is it for the flyby? There we go, shift 2. So, seatbelts back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it is time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Thank you, cabin crew. I'll see 40,000. It's going to hold a 250 to reduce to 24 very shortly. Let's get altitude still pretty much there. Within 30 feet where we need to be right now. It's perfect. So we'll level off at 9,000. So 120 now, 9,000 in 11 miles. Give a camera crew there 10 minutes standing warning, which is fine. Yeah, we'll be okay. dynamics for the LevelUp not quite as good as the Zyber mod. See the aircraft's, I wouldn't say it's struggling as such to keep the altitude going, but it's definitely, it can't get a right balance between pitch to the nose and throttle input. It just drops out every so often, which is what I keep an eye on at the moment. The Zyber mod's superb, flies a lot smoother. For the 800 approach, should move on to that, but for the model and the systems and detail, the LevelUp is a very, very good aeroplane. So I could merge the two, that'd be fantastic. Crossing 110. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, that's 10 minutes landing.
We have begun our final descent into Oslo. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or
Cabin crew
under
with their bits. I'm going to set the ATIS, or the altimeter now to the ATIS again, 1007, boop, and boop, boop, and boop. And lights on. That's 5 degrees. Aircraft levels at 9,000, thank you very much. Meaning, flaps are down. Ooh, hang on, no. I want to do speed intervention. That's why they're slowing down a bit. Right, hold 220, do speed manually at this point on. So I'll grab the charts again. So hold 220 as far as Bavard. Bavard will then start doing the approach speed. Our landing speed today is going to be at so 149 plus 5, so 154 knots approach speed. So we reach that point step by step, just bring the aircraft down with the descents. A bit cloudy, clouds have picked up a little bit more than what the weather was reporting, I think, but it's not the end of the world, still got plenty of visibility once we get to the runway. Cloud base is at 2,300, airport elevation is at 700, so we should be okay for the actual visual side of things. Spoilers are arms, brakes are set, flaps and gear will do in stages, frequency for towers on standby. So yeah, all that's left to do really is now bringing the rest of the way down. Also tower is online, half hour for us, thank you very much. Turn, left hand turn. Yeah, so this point's getting the base route for the approach now. I wish Skyscapes released a lot earlier than it actually did. Imagine this before MSFS release. This would be the best thing ever. and then MSF has been blown out of the water. Now, they're good clouds, very, very good clouds. For the price well for a tenner, it's really, really good. But MSFS just gets on top and just thrashes it in every way possible. I'm sorry, but it does. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, right? So, still at 9,000, holding 9,000. Aircraft speed 220 knots. We'll keep bouncing around that. Flaps 5 sets. Looks like the right hand turn now. Starts in minutes, 10 miles to the right hand turn, get the leg lines up, that's all established. What I can also do is switch over to, probably did this earlier, but it's not the end of the world. If I make this chart visible, 115.905, co-pilot side please, 115.905, and VOR 2 active. There you go. 31 miles DME to Oslo. So reference beacon GRM Gardermoen. It's quite an extended approach, I must say as well. Don't mind it too much in real life. We get to fly an airplane a bit longer. Focus on the approach now. Right hand turn very shortly. The airport hopefully should then come into view. The approach reference page. So 154 knots been approach speed today, 154. There we go. We're going to continue further descent from 1,000 feet. Speed will continue to hold at 220, reduce down to 200 when we get to the 10 mile marker. Sorry, your friend from Finland just dropped me a message. Focus, right? You're landing an aeroplane. You'll see her in a week now. Well, a week and 2 days. You'll see her in a week. Or in this case, actually, the time of going out, you'll see her in 6 hours. But for now, you're landing the aeroplane, Drawyah. You got to focus. Lives of 189 passengers plus yourself 190 are at stake. Cabin crew, the last check the cabin. Thank you very much. Tune over to one last message on the Unicom, so that aircraft they are going to be landing shortly. And then let's tune over to who can see. So as soon as they're established, we'll then say hello. Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf. So passing through 7,500, 15 miles to establish, 25 miles to go. Aircraft continues to hold that 220. Actually, it's holding the 220 better than it's holding the 250. A little less in regards to the throttle input, to give it that. The airport should just kind of be behind the cloud there-ish. That's what we're looking at the moment. And that's active. That's all active. Nothing else needs to be on. Oh, that should be on. That's yeah, that's all fine. Also, Oslo, Ryanair do make use of JetBridge. I know that as a fact because when I flew to Oslo, I've been to Oslo twice before. On both occasions, exited the aircraft through JetBridge. So, if JetBridge is available, we shall be making use of it today. Not often we get to do that in this airline. I believe it's included as part of the package Ryanair had this airport to fly from here, rather than Sandefjord, the other airports. Oslo Torp and Sandefjord. Right, let's do this, shall we? Airplane's turn. It's going to be a headwind. The winds have changed direction. You see, it's slowly turning around. Variable heading, of course, so be careful about that.
UK 5040 request IFRT Echo number Bravo Romeo has filed with information Charlie star number 44. Skywest 5040.
Skywest?
Gardermoen Tower, good day. Check information Delta.
Skywest?
Bergen Westland via the AppInTheAir Charlie departure. Runway 19 left. Climb flight level 70. Flight control and squawk 2502. Echo number Bravo Romeo plug 3 Charlie departure out runway 19 left into climb flight level 70 squawk 2502. UK 5040. Correct.
Right. So the aircraft frequency now will be able to it's into their comms. Cool, so we're gonna leave current speed as it is. So right, we'll reduce down to 200 knots. As soon as you have 200 flaps down to 10. We'll let the aircraft get itself into localizer using the LNAV. That's far more accurate than getting the aircraft to do it straight off the OR localizer. As soon as it's aligned, switch over to localizer, and pretty much straight away, there's the dime for the glide slope. Get down there as well. Yeah, a below glide slope, not by much. It may not be as visually impressive than SFS, but the colours are slightly more natural, so you get some really good scenes out of the sim as well. Alright, the localizer are active. Good morning, Gardermoen Tower. This is Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf, established runway 19 right.
Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf, Gardermoen Tower, good morning, sir. Wind variable 2 knots, runway 19 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 19 right for Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf. Thank you very much. Right, length entry seats, on the glide slope. Cabin crew, seats for landing please, seats for landing. Cabin secure and landing. Cabin crew, seats for landing please, seats for landing. Slowly reduce speeds down on the glide slopes, again 154 is minimum approach speeds. Seven miles, gear down. That's 20.
Gears down, 3 greens.
154 sets. Right, let's do this, shall we? So gear down, 3 greens, flaps set, brakes set, spoilers alarmed, cabin secured, and clearance received, pre-launch checks complete. Let's continue. The aircraft balance out the approach, and we'll switch over to manual throttle. Around 70, that's fine. Okay, auto disconnects. Throttle. $1,000, save the approach. I deactivate my aeroplane. Reverse the sets. Spoilers arms, green. 100 knots.
80 knots.
80 knots. 6 launch versus cuts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oslo Gardermoen. Vacate to the left, gives good access points to the terminal. Spoilers down, flaps up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oslo. The local time is 10:09 a.m. and it's currently
Landing lights off, taxi lights set, APU can start, transponder coming off.
Lumax 37 Charlie Golf, welcome to Gardermoen, vacate to the left, continue taxi via Hotel and Delta, stand 80.
Items may have been shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying and we hope to see you again.
Thank you for the welcome. Continue via Hotel and Delta to stand 80 for BMX 37 Charlie Golf. Thank you very much for service. Right, runway vacated, stop the chrono clock, is now off. Hotel Delta, stand 80. So grab the continue straight, that's fine. Hotel Delta is okay, nice and simple today. Look at the charts right now, it's pretty much a straight line taxi all the way to gates. Increase throttle, let's get going. Back 3 sets. These lights can be reset to down position. Put you on hotel. Squeeze on hotel to Delta, and then send 80. His last stands just at the end of the terminal building way, that's fine. Cool. Happy with that. It was a minus, was it minus 380 that landing? I'll take that. Hope you get the replays working. We'll see that landing from the passenger perspective. Nah, I don't think that was a particularly bad landing. That with 737, you kind of fly it into the runway. That's the way it works in this aeroplane. So yeah, I'll take that. Take that. A bit of pride. I see a few aircraft off the ground as well, so it's starting to busy up a little bit at Oslo. A few aircraft joins the way. One aircraft just taxiing now to the runway. They'll be passing very shortly. Looking left onto Delta. We've got Norwegian in front of us. We've got a. Is that a Thai? In a minute. I think that's a. Well, it looks like a Thai to me. Could be wrong. No, it is a Thai. See, I know my airplanes, I know my liveries, I know my airlines. Overall flight time, 2 hours, 8 minutes, 12 seconds. So I'll take that quite happily. Oh, I don't have any Norwegians on my stand, so that's going to be really annoying. Keyboard, I really hate this keyboard position. I have to like that's yoke. I'm going to put a keyboard, so I just have to struggle. So 727678. Okay, got to do some multi change of stand. Sorry tower, but that's unavailable. Taxi lights off, AP bleed on, switch generators around as well, a little more oomph. Stop. Hard brake set. Engines off. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oslo Gardermoen. Time right now is coming up to 10:15, with the temperature outside at 70 centigrade, with a few clouds reported all around. We thank you for flying Ryanair. We hope you enjoyed your flight with us on board today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, this time doors and cross check please. Thank you very much for flying with us today. Comes off. That can come off, that can come off. Get Sam to do the sparkation for us. Moving on the jetway. Hopefully, once PACX realises we've arrived and seatbelts are off now, I shall start disembarking the aircraft. Right, so ground services, set of chocks. There we go. GP connected. Open the forward doors. Aircraft will use jet bridge, so I need to set that. Yeah, ground power available. APU off. There you have it. Welcome to Oslo. Jet bridge has connected, has it? Yes, it has. Then this aircraft, this airport's actually run out use of them. Ground services for dislocking the airplane nice and steadily. Cool. So we will disconnect from IVAO now. Blue Max 37 Charlie Golf. Thank you for service. We wish to change to Unicorn 122 800. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Right, so this goes from the network. Thank you very much, IVAO. Going to finish flight on Volanta. There we go. End of flights on PACX. Welcome to Oslo. Welcome, Francis. Hope you enjoyed my seat today. So RK1392, 738 from Stansted to Gardermoen. Flight time 2007 is planned departure. That's the lowest time right now I'm doing this at, so yeah, that's fine. 103 passengers, satisfaction at 89%, landing rate of 383 and a block time of 222. Overall, pretty good for the passengers. Yeah, so all that's left for us now to do is to hope the replay bar works, which it does today. Thank goodness for that. Will the doors stay open or will they close? That's the other question. Doors are open, so we bring it back to the airport, end the replay, and just secure the aircraft. So ground services, doors close, close, close. Aircraft secured. Let's do the replay. So 248. Right. Let's have it starting from the right hand side. So overall, not a bad landing there. A little bit of adjustment on the yoke just to get the aircraft unsteady. But I think that's by far the smoothest landing I've had in the 737 aircraft in the system so far. Still got a bit of practice, still got time to go, but getting there. Slowly and surely getting there. Keep the aircraft steady, small adjustments, keep it on the centre line. And touchdown. Was that really a 300? I don't know, I disagree. It's a lot smoother than that. Of course, a bit of flap movement as well because the reverse thrust pushing against the flaps. Again, small details like that bring these aircraft to life, and I love this thing about it. Actually, only from the maybe from the left-hand side. You actually hear the GWS in the cockpits. Oh, that was smooth. That was very smooth. Oop, crossing out to that point. You can't say anything was wrong with that landing. That was superb. Perfect in every way. Right then from the landing gear view. Not quite as effective as landing gear view as an SFS, but it will do. It will do the job. Making operations to the airports. Firm but fair. Okay, it was firm but fair. Let's go away from control tower. Maybe see, obviously, here's a click of the keyboard, so I just keep dropping the keyboards. I need to get there needs to be a proper way to set up this with keyboards. Let's stick ourselves runway sides. There you go, landing from the runway's perspective. Nice and steady. And the centre line as well actually wasn't too bad. Pretty much bang on there, so I can't fault that either. Yeah, not bad that again. I'm better at NSFS replays than Explain. If I had proper drone cams set up, that'd be really, really good. We'll look into that. So, yeah, I guess that brings us to the end of our flight today. So, plans now. I'm going to be in Oslo for a couple of hours at around 2 PM local time. I've been having flights from here in Oslo Gardermoen to Tampere, flying with AirBaltic, so an Airbus A220 flight, which I will have premiered for. I'm going to record that one in a short bit today. After that, I'm going to do the same thing for 6 days. There'll be no live streams this weekend, so I'm currently on holiday. Back again on Wednesday, fly back to the UK, so I'll be flying in the A350. That'll get premiere as well, provided I get flight back to key working, because I had a few issues with that one. But yeah, overall, not so bad couple of trips. Hope you enjoyed the premiere. Do like if you did, do subscribe if not already. Thank you very much for watching. Do tune in later for the AirBaltic flights. If you're on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Keep up with my stories there with all the trips I'm doing, all the photos and seeing what I'm doing. So that will be updated for you guys. And yeah, guess what's left is for me to say. Take care, farewell, and goodbye. Thank you. Bye bye.